Hello, welcome back to the Phreak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Legends of Eisenwald. This is episode 4, and we're on a new map. I have no idea what's going on. I gotta remember how the controls work too, guys. You'll have to bear with me. Yeah, not playing this game as often as I'd like. Unfortunately, it means that I'm a little confused. Okay, so it's right-click to move. I want to make sure, move the camera. I want to make sure that I did that correctly. Alright, so I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing yet. I don't think we know. So, yeah, we have no quests or anything, but we're about to find out. I assume that this guy is going to be somebody that wants to talk to us or kill us. Chimera of McSquigums von Landstein. Thank God, we had no word of your arrival. We did not think to see you alive. Didn't hope to see me alive? What do you mean? Tell me quickly, what has happened here? Of course, Lady Landstein, but I am afraid you won't like it. It began soon after St. Jacob's Day, a fortnight ago. From that very day, anyone who has dared to enter your fortress hasn't returned, and nothing has been heard from those inside. None of your family members have been seen, either. Many still held out for your eventual return, but even some of your most faithful vassals decided that there was no authority over them, and the law started breaking down. Lords remembered old conflicts and grudges that were never settled. We've seen battle after battle scourge the land. More than 10 battles have been waged, and, though it pains me to say so, your vassals have suffered greatly. Moreover, there are strange folk of evil countenance about. They are said to be ducal servants of Bavarian mercenary rebels hired by the Landgrave of West Rothwald. That's a lot of stuff. Ill deeds await those upon the roads for peasants and merchants alike. Grim news indeed, but I swear I will avert this chaos from my lands. I will live up to the Landstein name. What else can you tell me? It would be wise, Lady Landstein, to ask at the outpost that stands before your castle gates. I do believe someone is waiting for you there. Now I must depart, for these storm clouds are not for my old shoulders to bear. Okay. God be with you. Damn it, damn it, damn it. A third time. I knew we shouldn't have left Landstein. Or Stein. I can never figure it out, guys. We'll say with Landstein. We're just going to go with it. Lahnstein. Come here, McSquigums. If only we had been here when it had begun. Curses, I must hurry on to my own estates. For with such ill winds on the horizon, who knows what devilry has been happening. I will await you on the east bank. And take my advice, gather an army at once. You are going to have a tough time without a strong squad of faithful warriors guarding your land. Once you have an army, you should check to see if any nearby villages are submitting to your lordship. You can get something from them. Perhaps not a lot, but still useful. Meanwhile, I will try to figure out what has happened here while we were away. I will await you on the east bank. Alright. Well, that doesn't sound super good. Sounds like a whole bunch of bad Juju Magumbo went down while we were not looking around. Let's take a look at our map here. Alright, so we're here. Where is our estate? The Landstein estate is like really far away. It says we should talk to the outpost over by our estate, but I don't really see that happening. Like I said, that seems super ridiculously far away from us. We may have to slowly gather stuff along the way. Oh, hold on, we have some quests here. Let's see. Way home. Something unusual is happening with your ancestral castle. There is no news and nobody has been seen leaving it. Your family is missing. You have to learn what has happened and get into the castle. Visit the outpost at the castle gates first. Oh, that really is one of our missions. Holy crap. Alright. And strife. Your vassals from the West Bank are at war. You have to find a way to stop it. To begin restoring peace, you will need to find each of them, convince them to cease hostilities. They are likely to be found in the vicinity of their castles. Oh my, well, we do seem to have a lot of work ahead of us. I am okay with that. Let's get started, I guess. Let's go talk to the goose and the fox in here. Is there anyone we can hire? Do we have any cash? We do. Now we can hire you, but do we want to hire you? Because you're a mercenary, if I'm not mistaken. You are. Now, let me try to remember how this works. Is it 75 gold per turn? Maybe. Maybe I don't want to hire anyone right off the bat. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe, however, I would like to talk to some folks. Conversations in a tavern. A few groups of villagers and travelers are chatting to one another. One of them raises a mug of some unknown liquid. Recently, Herman from Kraghausen went on a hunt and lost 2 greyhounds pursuing a bear. He never caught it in the end. They say the beast is at least 10 feet tall. And you still send children into the forest to set those fowling nets. My sister's oldest son, almost 10 years old now. Well, he's not scared of anything. A fighter, I tell you. He says he won't run from anybody, not a wolf, a bear, or even the sleepless count himself. My sister doesn't know how to put him to bed. He's so wild. Ah, if it's a good scare he needs, let her tell him of Zmitter. Or Zmiter? At the mention of his name, the merry atmosphere lurches to a halt. Silence falls about the room. It is not wise to mention him at the table, worse still to tell children about him. If you do, you are inviting doom upon yourself. This Zmiter, who is he? People talk of him in whispers, and I can get no straight word from anyone. I am a man of the forest myself, and the town rumors are lost on me. The innkeeper glances around and then lowers his voice. Well, if you really want to know, listen closely. Between Rhine and Oder, sure, you would be hard pressed to find a man as fearsome as Zmiter the Iron Millstone, the Duke's executioner. A giant 10 feet tall with a soul as black as night. His left arm extends no further than his shoulder, but this loss only makes him even more frightening in the sight. Oh, cool, he's a one-handed psychopath. Nice. This is what people say about him. 30 years ago, Zmiter wanted to marry a girl named Jennifer. Jennifer? Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? His wealth promised her a good dowry. But the girl loved another, Linhart, a brave young knight. Jennifer's brother disliked Linhart and made arrangements for her to wed the executioner. Jennifer and Linhart wanted to run away together, but her brother caught wind of their plan and locked Jennifer in a tower. He knew she could not be with her beloved, so she agreed to give her hand and her heart to the one who managed to climb the Crying Mountain. The Crying Mountain towered over Windfield. Its wind-lashed peak resembled a toothed crown. The wind passing through those teeth wailed a haunting melody. For this reason the people called it Crying Mountain, and also the Crowned Mountain. No one has ever managed to reach the top. Jennifer hoped that no one would be able to do it, and that she would not have to marry someone that she did not love. But Zmiter requested aid from a sorcerer. The sorcerer's left arm had hung limp and useless since birth, so in exchange for Zmiter's arm, he granted him inhuman power. Using his newfound power, Zmiter carved a path for himself through the rock. When he reached the peak, he raised his sword. The wind howled around him in pain so loudly that everyone from Rhine to Oder heard it. Zmiter had conquered its unexplored peak. As he descended, Zmiter shattered his path to block access to the peak. People say it's impossible to defeat the Iron Millstone. Only he who can reach the top of Crying Mountain in Zmiter's footsteps is strong enough to challenge him. So the poor woman had to marry the executioner? That is another tale entirely. There is an old monk that comes by quite often, and he tells it much better than I can. I spent too long yammering about old tales. I'd best get those servants to work, those layabouts. Indeed. Alright, so the one-handed psychopathic murderer of doom, with apparently quite a bit of power, can do some stuff. Alright, I have no idea where to start at this point, guys. There's so much to do. We need to start hiring people. I'd like to hire people that can go into like my little retinue down here, but there's nothing really going on. So I guess we're just gonna kind of walk around. Is this dude gonna be like, "What's up?" and try to kill me? No. All right, we made it into town. Now he looks like he's, I'm assuming a peasant, yes, but it looks like he will actually be part of my group. So I shall hire you, good sir. And you shall become party to probably some horrible, horrible things. He's got a pitchfork. This doesn't really instill a whole ton of confidence in my current army, but it's okay. It's a start. Alright, we're going to go into... Is it I for inventory? Yes, it is. Alright, there he is. He is a peasant. Let's see what his upgrade skill tree is. Oh, he doesn't have an upgrade tree. That's nice. Well, kudos to you, Ankel the Red. Whatever, man. You're there. You're gonna do stuff, I guess. Whatever. You're a body. You shall defend me, maybe. Hail to thee, Chimera McSquigums. We live in hard times, but I do not give in to despair. We, the Grouse Childs, spit upon cowardice and despondency. Okay, well there's that, I guess. Hello. Oh, are we gonna fight this guy? Like, we seem like we're gonna fight this guy. Uh-oh. Did I just make a terrible mistake? I think I just made a terrible mistake. Maybe they're all peasants. I don't know. I'm a little bit terrified right now. This seems like this might not have been a good play. Alright, well. I guess we go and we smack him with a pokey stick. Aww. Well, curse you. I will shoot you in the face, sort of. Ish. Ooh, we done got lightly stunned. This is not looking good for us at all. Hey, we dropped him. Woohoo! No! He got dropped, though. Oh, they can just close all the way over here with us. Lightly stunned, and he's going to be able to close, too. Oh, this is a bit rough. Alright, well, we're going to shoot you. We should be able to win this fight, but still, at what horrible cost, right? Maybe. I mean, I'm not even sure we can win this. Alright, so down he goes. And you're going to probably end up going down, too. Alright, well, there you go. You are out of it. He is wounded for quite a while. Hey, we survived. We got 7 gold out of that. Definitely not worth it. Remind me not to do something stupid like that again. Alright, let's go over to this other town and see if we can't figure out something here. Adults escape. Or estate, rather. Not escape. Eric Grousechilds granted this estate to his oldest son for his first victory in a knight's tournament. The number of noisy feasts that have been held in this house ever since are as innumerable as the number of times it's been rebuilt. Adolf has many enemies, but unfortunately his father is nearby and always comes to his son's aid. Well, let's go see what's over here. We can't read the sign? Really? Oh, I want to read the sign. Oh, the sign's not readable. Let's go to the watchtower. Oh, hello. Eric Grousechild. I am happy to see you safe and sound, Chimera McSquigums. You cannot imagine my shock at how low my neighbors have fallen. They savage me like hounds at a bear. But I am no cub. I strike back. There are no cowards among the Grousechilds. The conflict in my domain needs to stop. I am in need, and I must be able to count on the help of my vassals. I would be happy to help you, but I am too busy. Internal war has erupted, Chimera McSquigums. If you want your vassals to return under your banner, you must prove your valor and overcome the more stubborn of them. And at least 2 of my neighbors have been defeated. The rest of us will join you, Chimera McSquigums. Alright, can I go to your watchtower? Is that a thing, or are you just not going to allow me to do this? There we go. Alright, this is not really working out for me here. Alright, let's take a look at our map here. We probably need to go to the Wide Bank. I guess that's going to be the play. So let's head over there and see if we can't find ourselves some more, well, some less horrible people to join us. Getting a peasant to join probably wasn't the greatest play. Alright, looks like there's some trade to be had. There's some hiring to be had. Oh, these guys will actually join me for realsies. And who are you? You're a recruit. You're a hunter, and there's more peasants. Alright, well, let's hire the recruit. Let's hire the hunter. I'm not sure about the peasant right now. Can I put him on the back line just to get him out of the combat line here? And that's all I can hire, right? I can only hire up to 5 guys? Okay. Alright. Well, we'll start with that. It's not ideal, obviously, but it might work. And we can heal all for 71. Why not? We'll just do that. Put him back on the front line. There we go. Something along those lines. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at our group. I'm sure I'm probably hiring too many people, but they said build an army and build it quickly. Let's see about upgrading this guy. Oh good, he upgrades into actual people, as opposed to our peasants who are just like cannon fodder at this point. And you, we already know, upgrades into like the bowmen and so on and so forth. Alright. So that's all good. It's all good. There's a monastery cemetery over here. It's friendly. What about this guy? He seems friendly. Maybe we can go over there and get him to join us or talk to us or give us some advice. Who knows? It's Gunther Reiki. Reiki? I'm happy to see you safe and sound, Chimera McSquigums. These days are a mess for me. I know not what day it is or what is happening at all. Chaos, I tell you. I actually had to rise from a comfortable bed and comfortable company to get out here and protect my lands from my insatiable neighbors. The conflict should be stopped immediately. I wish for more fitting and elegant apparel. The women do quite love my taste in the latest fashions. But what can I do? All three of my neighbors attack me at once, and when three are gathered, they won't listen to one, even though he seeks reconciliation. On the other hand, if there were one left instead of three, I'm sure we would come to an understanding. This is where I need your help, dear Chimera McSquigums. Suppress two of them, and you can count on my loyalty. Alright. Let's ask him about his family. I have always been faithful to your father, Kim, and if fate befalls me, I will also be faithful to you. If you put a frog into a jug of milk, it won't turn sour. What? That's really weird. My castle stands in the middle of the lake, that's why it is called Frosh, which means frog. So if we imagine that Landstein is a milk jug when I am here and own Frosh, the lands won't become a wasteland. That's some really weird. I don't really understand that. I'm sorry, guys. Alas, a nobleman is always victimized by evil tongues. You cannot imagine what Quellberg, laundresses, and midwives say about me. But to care about their words means to not care about your honor. I won't hide it from you. I love women, it's true, but tell me, who doesn't love them? Probably Landguard, who knows nothing but his own gold, or Grousechild, who prefers to kill than to love. Alright, well, I'm going to bid you farewell for now. We're going to have to make some sort of educated decision. I'm not sure exactly what we need to do right now. The cemetery is the biggest place in the neighborhood. Not only do common people bury their ancestors here, but the local nobility do as well. It is likely that one day your mortal remains will also find the shelter in one of the local tombs. Scary thought, isn't it? Well, let's take a look at our map one more time. There is a green place. We can do some trading here. There's some other stuff. Let's cross the bridge. I think that's going to be the next thing that we're going to have to do. So let's cross the bridge in hopes that we can actually do something here. Alright, bridge outpost. The guards here have been known to place illegal taxes on those who wish to cross the bridge. The local knights seem to turn a blind eye to it, but the common folk are not as patient. Fights often break out here, and the soldiers don't always win. However, such a lucrative job is never vacant for long, and new guards come to continue the extortion. Well, that doesn't sound very nice. Alright, let's go check out the Underwood. Alright, we can hire another peasant. I think we're tapped out on peasants thus far. Alright, what I think I'm going to do is actually, let's outfit our folks here. I'm sure we have something that we can give them. Amulet of melee defense. Give you that. An amulet of, or a ring of willpower. Why don't we put that on you? Okay, we're going to go back to you. You cannot use a sword. Why is that? What are you? Oh, you're proficient with spears, maces, and axes. That's probably somewhat problematic. And you have a boar spear as your current weapon. Okay, you guys are all pretty much the exact same thing, except you have pitchfork strike as opposed to the others. Okay. You have bowshot, and yeah, this is a bit rough. And nobody can use medium armor? Nope, light armor only. Alright, so be it, I guess. Let's go check out the smithy. Well, looks like we can buy a battle axe. Is that a one-handed or a two-handed weapon? We can also buy an infantry spear. And a light chainmail armor. Which spear is +1 and +5, and the axe is -3 and +2. Well, -1 +5. Okay, well, I think the spear is obviously the better choice. Can we buy it? We can. How much money do we have right now? 400 and something. Okay, and you cannot use the light chainmail because it's medium armor. Alright, so be it. And can the peasants use this? I think that maybe they could. Let's take a look here real quick. We'll go back into the inventory. I'm sorry, folks. I know this is dragging on just a little bit. I think the pitchfork strike is probably fine. You know what? No, we're gonna give him something better. We're gonna give at least one of these guys an axe. I think that's totally fine. All right, we're gonna give you this. There you go. See, you have a better spear now, right? Your boar spear +1, and you get +5. All right. So infantry, it's all good. All right, let's buy that. Let's go back into our inventory one more time. And which of you two is better? You're pretty much identical. Alright, let's give this to Ankel the Red because he's been around for a while. There you go, buddy. -3 to your initiative, but you get +2 to your melee attack. Maybe you live slightly longer. I don't know. Who can say? Let's talk to you, good sir. Maybe? No? You don't want to talk to me? Okay, that's cool. What is this? This is Castle Craighausen. Alright, what do you have to say? Ooh, we can hire that guy, a young noble. Oh, let's totally do that. Alright, you're fired. I can, drag you here? Is that right? Bye. You, get hired. I don't know what you are exactly, but I want you. Wait, didn't I just... There we go, okay. You're hired. Join the front lines, good sir. Alright, well that's pretty awesome. It's the family home of the Craigies. The Craigs, I guess we'll just say the Craigs. Every new generation of this knightly kin expands the castle. Nowadays this fortress is among the most majestic in its neighborhood. Even the Kaiser envies its decoration. Alright, well we just hired ourselves a decent individual now. And... yeah, you can actually use a sword. Who knew that would be a thing, right? Yeah, it's better than what you were using. You cannot use a horse or medium weaponry just yet, but that's okay. What do you upgrade into? You upgrade into other various things. A duelist, an esquire, an armiger, a knight, a paladin, or a sword master. That's pretty cool. I like the upgrade trees. I'm a pretty big fan of this game, guys. I don't know if I've mentioned this. I have no idea what I'm doing yet, to be honest. Like I said, I played very little simply because I wanted to have the full experience of playing an exciting new game without spoiling it for myself. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty underwhelming when it comes to my knowledge of the game. But I'm super excited to play this every single time, and I'm pretty happy that we just got ourselves a cool new individual. Now, there's a small problem with this whole scenario. We have no healers. I think getting rid of the peasant that we do have and maybe picking up a healer might be the play. I should have stopped by the monastery on the way. Let's go see what's over here, though. Alright, and what do we have? Lungwort. Famous wild honey farmers live here. Even the head of the village himself invented some alcoholic honey drink not long ago. Since then, the locals have usually been drunk. Alright, what do we have available? We can hire a... Is this a peasant woman? Yeah, she can heal. Alright, well, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're going to remove this from your person. And I am going to dismiss you. I know, definitely not my best plays so far. Alright, well, this is going to be okay, then, I guess. We're going to roll out with something like that. That's going to be our group. We don't have the buffer, but we have the healer. And I think that might work for now. Alright, so we're going to have to start getting into fights at some point and figuring out exactly what it is that we need to do. Looks like we're going to have to fight one group of bad guys. Or two groups, maybe just one, I don't know, of the neighbors to get them to kind of join us. I don't know. It was old Craig who granted this estate to Arnulf the Archer for his good service. This old soldier dedicated his life to the Craig family. He participated in their campaigns and taught their children archery. He lives alone with only his cook for company, but local children come here often to listen to his old battle tales. Okay. Well, it looks like there's some stuff to be done over here. I don't know that we can necessarily kill these guys. What are they? Let's go get into a fight. That'll be a pretty good way to break off the episode. These guys seem like little peasants or vagrants or something. We can just, like, wreck their faces. This is, of course, assuming we can actually catch them. Oh, we almost caught them. We're about to catch them. We're really close. We caught them. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like a bunch of scrubbity-dub-dub-dub-dubs. We should be able to drop them pretty simplistically, I would assume. I'm going to come down here and wreck you. That was a pretty decent amount of damage we just did there. Alright, our bowman says good day to you, sir. Alright, I think we're going to go after you with a nice stab from our spear. I think we're going to wait till the end of the turn for you. And let's do some more damage to you. Drop you. Now there's only 2 people that's going to come at us now. Not so bad. We did get to retaliate now, and we can throw out a heal onto, I suppose, you, good sir. All are healed. Alright, let's start some whittling damage this way. Some smackitude damage that way. And we can throw out another heal, which should be pretty good. And we can take you out of the fight. And in theory... Oh, that's it. The last one decided to run. And remaining enemies surrendered. We got 4 more gold out of that. Not a whole bunch. We're beating up homeless people that are angry. It's not great. Angry homeless people. But hey, you know what? We're getting experience. Maybe we'll be able to actually rank up. I don't know. But as it stands right now, I'm fairly happy with this. Oh, this looks like it might be a little bit more powerful. Bert, the Marshes gang. Well, let's go see if we can't get into one more fight before the end of this, and then we'll break off the episode, guys. I don't know. Like I said, guys, I am really enjoying this. Like, I'm having a super fun time with this. I think this game is fantastic. I think the guy is in the water, and that's kind of some cheaty bullcrappery and some horrible movitude right there, but what do I know? I also feel like the game should be paused, and it's not. There we go. I think if I hit spacebar, it actually starts the game up officially, and it starts playing as opposed to just catch him. There we go. Alright, we caught him. Alright, so they have 1 archer. And then they have whatever this guy is. He's a bandit. Alright, is his name Bernard? This is Burned. Burned. Alright, I think we're going to start focusing him down first. Alright, we're going to do a little damage to you. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone on this guy. That's totally my fault. Alright, well, we're going to have to stab you, I guess, in the face. Alright, looks like the healer gets to move next. I think I'm going to wait. We're going to get beat down a little bit right now, but it shouldn't be that bad. Alright, well, we can take him down, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is with our beautiful, beautiful crossbow. We can throw out a fairly sizable heal onto our nobleman. And it looks like it's our bowman's turn to, well, I guess wreck this guy. Oh, not quite enough. That's pretty weak. Okay, he's kind of getting wrecked a little bit too. Well, I guess we have to drop this guy this way. And we can stab him. If he doesn't retaliate, we should be fine. We can throw out another heal. This time going toward our compatriot on this side. The stab is real. We're going to shoot him. And it looks like we'll be able to close them on this side. Stab him, drop him, and the last one did indeed flee. Alright, we got a padded jacket. Some decent armor there. 6, 5, 5, 7, and 8 overall. Not too bad. I don't know how far we have to get before we level up. Let's see, does it tell us? We need to get 60 experience to level up for our recruit. We need to get 180 for the young noble, 70 for the hunter, and we're already level 2 with Chimera, but we need 110. And we need a total of 65 for the peasant woman. Still, not too bad, and I believe that you can use the light armor, good sir. It's going to be 1 more melee defense on what you already have. Alright, well, I like that a whole heck of a lot, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, and I think this might be an okay spot to break off the episode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. If you are, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share it, and I should be back by the week's end, or maybe on the weekend, for the next installment, the next episode of Legends of Eisenwald. Until then, My name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Phreak Show, and I will see you later.